A huge day of racing on Florida Derby Day. That is Saturday. Huge pools throughout the day as well, including an all-stakes late pick 5. I'm going to show you all my ticket here, and I think it's a very competitive sequence. I'm only going to put 30 bucks into it here, and we'll take a look at my ticket. The big single for me is Ways and Means in the Oaks. We kick things off, though, in race 10. That's the grade 3 Orchid. A mile and a half. I'm only using 3 horses. The 4, surprisingly, I thought ran very, very well in the Pegasus Filly and Mare World Cup Turf. I think she can improve off of that. That was just the first start with trainer Todd Pletcher, and he's had a little bit more time to have her in the barn and get on the training program. Now, race 11, that's where I mentioned my key single. I'm hedging on Ways and Means. That is the 4 horse. This is a filly that just won so impressively first time out at Saratoga. Her next race, the Spinaway, the grade 1, she was just defeated by Brightwork, and it was a very narrow defeat at that, but the connections have been pointing towards this Gulfstream Parks Oaks race. Excited to see what she does on the comeback, and I think the mile and a 16th should suit her quite well. I am not so sure how much further she'll stretch out past this, but with this first finish line today, I like her quite a bit. Now, in race number 12, it's the Sand Springs, a mile and a 16th, and the rails are at 66 feet for this race, so take note of some speed players. And the number 3 for Saffie Joseph, this is a filly that showed a ton of speed in her debut with Saffie Joseph. That was the first time in the barn. Now, when the rails are out at 66 feet, you want to find some horses with some speed, and she's got that from the inside. Now, the 8 market segmentation is another player for me, coming from the Chad Brown barn, a 5-year-old mare who has just been so impressive. She's a grade 1 winner. You get Jose Ortiz aboard. I think that she should be very tough to beat in this race as well. Race number 13, it's the Appleton, 1 mile on the grass course. The rails are at 10 feet for this one, and it's a big spread race for me. I'm using horses like Ice Chocolat, who came on Pegasus Day to win a very competitive turf allowance race, and then came back in the grade 3 Canadian turf and finished 3rd, and I won't take anything away from him because he did run very, very well. Now, the 4 Big Everest, a horse that is 8 wins on the grass course. Now, none of those coming from Gulfstream Park, but I feel like for Christophe Clement, this is a horse that's just a very, very good horse. Now, there are 2 for Team Pletcher. Quality G has paired wins and did it in a very gutsy way, but I also am going to use the Rapoli-owned Never Surprised as well, who finished 2nd to his stablemate last out. And then the big one, the grade 1 Curlin Florida Derby. Of course, all eyes are on Fierceness. Now, he was a beaten favorite in the Holy Bull, and I just don't trust him too much in the Florida Derby, and my top pick is going to be the 2 Hades. This horse has continued to impress me each and every time he has hit the racetrack, but I'm also going to use the number 9, and that is Conquest Warrior, who has the recency edge. A mile and an 8th win last out here across the course, 2 wins in a row now. This horse just looks like a horse who is going to just flourish, and he's got so much raw talent. He's going to be very tough to beat as well, but I'm playing against Fierceness in the Curlin Florida Derby. Best of luck with all of your selections. Hope to see you out here for a huge day of racing.